Hi everyone. Today we're going to do Fundamentals of Partnership. Second chapter for CBSE 12th Accountancy as well as for IAC students. Fundamentals of Partnership. Like I said in NPO, we first have to shortlist, whatever chapter you take, we have to know the topics that we cover under that. The first thing we cover under Fundamentals of Partnership is preparation of partners' capital account. Then interest on loan, rent paid to partners, salary or commission to a partner, interest on capital, interest on drawings, P&L appropriation account, and guarantee of profit. And last but not the least, past adjustments. Past adjustments. So these are the subtopics that we need to cover once we finish with this chapter. In order to finish the chapters, these are the topics that we need to cover. And they are very much the basics. Only when you are good with this, you will be able to handle the admission, retirement, death, etc. comfortably. Now, in this video, I'm going to cover salary and commission to a partner. And slowly I'll make video for all the subtopics. And in the end, we'll pick up questions where we solve a full-fledged sum. Alright, so right now, topic wise, I'm going to select salary and commission today. Salary or commission to a partner. Note, this can be allowed only if the partnership deed provides for it. Remember, only when the deed supports, only when the deed says it is allowed, salary or commission can be allowed. Otherwise, do not allow salary or commission. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, there is no provision to give salary or commission to the partner. So if there is no deed among the partners, do not provide salary or commission to partner. Next, point number 2. It is an appropriation of profit. It is an appropriation of profit and not a charge against the profit. Now, what is the difference between an appropriation and a charge? Appropriation is something which means the expense will be met only when there is profit. But if it's a charge, the expense should be met whether there is a profit or there is a loss. So salary or commission to a partner is an appropriation of profit and will be met only when there is sufficient profit. Point 3. Salary paid to each partner is normally stated as an amount. So therefore, in all the questions you can find, salary paid will be given directly to you, either in the month form or in the year form. Say A is paid a salary of 1000 rupees per month, B is paid a salary of 1 lakh rupees per year, per annum. So the amount will be stated in the question itself. Point 4. Commission payable to a partner is stated as a percentage of profit. Well, this is an important point that we need to be learning here. We'll be learning here. Commission payable to a partner is stated as a percentage of profit. Now, commission is given in order to boost the morale of the partner, right? So commission can be on turnover, commission can be on profit. Well, you all know what is a turnover is. Turnover means sales. Sometimes in questions, they will say commission is charged on turnover. In that case, the sales figure, the turnover figure will be given in the question. Alright, now here I am going to discuss percentage of commission on profit. Now, commission payable to a partner and is stated as a percentage on profit, then check whether the percentage is on net profit after charging such commission, or it is percentage on net profit before charging such commission. So these are the two words that we need to understand better. Whether it is after charging such commission or before charging such commission. So what does it mean by after charging the commission? Debit the commission, then find the net profit and find commission on that figure. The next one is don't debit the commission, find the net profit before that and then find the percentage on that. Well, it will be hard to understand this, but there is a formula to quickly adopt. Alright, what is the formula now? Now, if they say calculate commission on the net profit, but after charging such commission. After charging such commission. In that case, 1 minute. Yeah. If they say percentage of net profit after charging such commission, then it's net profit that we get after before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. I'm repeating this one more time. If they ask us to calculate commission on the net profit after charging such commission, alright, the commission amount will be the net profit before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. If they ask us to calculate commission on the net profit before charging such commission, then we take net profit before commission into rate by 100. Whatever the answer we get, this will be the commission amount. So if it is after charging such commission, the commission amount will be net profit before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. And if it is after charging such commission, the amount of commission will be net profit before commission into rate by 100. Now the journal entry. Salary or commission to a partner is an expense. Salary or a commission to a partner is an expense. Now, all expenses have debit balance, isn't it? So when an expense increases, we have to debit it. So there we go. We debited salary and commission. What do we credit? We credit partner's capital account or current account based on the method they have adopted to maintain the capital account. Capital account can be maintained under two methods, under fixed capital account method or under fluctuating capital account method. In case if they are maintaining fixed method, then it's partner's salary or commission account data to partner's current account. In case if they're using fluctuating method, then partner's salary of commission to partner's capital account. So this is how we pass the journals. Then the next one is the transfer entry. Like I pointed in the beginning, salary or commission paid to a partner is an appropriation of profit. So that means we will give it only when there is a profit. So if there is a profit and we can give them, so then you should transfer this to the P&L appropriation account. So P&L appropriation account data to partner salary commission. So we are debiting here, we are crediting here. So this means this one is a transfer entry. The second one is a transfer entry. This first one is the provision entry. We are providing salary and commission. Okay. Now you can see a small point in the here down where I have highlighted it with a yellow mark. Well, the same yellow you can find it over here. Okay, so here it is stated that it's net profit before commission. Also net profit before commission. Now, usually the net profit is a profit that we get from the profit and loss account, which will be said in the question directly. But in case if there is salary, IOC, interest on capital, IOD, interest on drawings, all in the question, then the net profit we calculate or the net profit that we consider for calculating commission should be after debiting IOC, salary, IOD, etc. So remember one thing, if the net profit is given, do not use the net profit directly to find the commission. The net profit should be debited. The net profit should be reduced by salary, if any, salary to the partner, if any, IOC, if any, IOD, if any. IOD is an income, will be credited. IOC is an expense, will be debited. Salary will be an expense, will be debited. So you do the adjusting, or you do adjustment for all this, then you take the figure. That is what we consider for calculating commission. All right, hope you understood this. Let me take you to a few problems from T.S. Garegar. Yes, salary or commission to partners. Questions from the textbook. First question. Shiv, Mohan and Gopal are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. Shiva is entitled to a commission on net profit. Net profit for the year is 1,10,000. So the commission is calculated as a percentage on the net profit. Net profit is given as 1,10,000. Sum is very direct. Net profit is given. There is no other adjustments to consider here. So Shiva's commission will be 31st question. Shiva's commission equals net profit. Since the question is silent about is it before charging such commission, before the net profit that we take is before charging such commission or after charging such commission. Since the question is not clear about that, we take it as it is before charging such commission. So then it's net profit before commission into rate by 100. Net profit before commission is given in the question as 1,10,000. Rate is given as 10%. So therefore, the amount of commission is 11,000. Right? So Shiva's commission is 11,000. Now the journal entry that we pass here, Shiva's commission, account data to Shiva's capital account. I am considering that they are maintaining fluctuating method, and P&L appropriation account data to Shiva's commission, which is 11,000, 11,000, 11,000 and 11,000. All right. Now let's get into the next question, 32nd one. So I'm clearing the screen. Thirty-second question. Abha, Bobby, Vineet are partners sharing profits and losses equally. So the profit sharing ratio here is 1:1:1. In the previous question, they only asked us to find the commission. They didn't ask us to find out the divisible profit. If they ask us to find the divisible profit, then we will subtract commission from the net profit. The remaining amount is called as the divisible profit. The balancing figure is called as the divisible profit, which we will distribute in the ratio of 2:2:1. Now here in the question, let's see whether they want us to do that or not. Abha, Bobby and Vineet are partners sharing profits and losses equally. So that means the ratio for the 32nd question, is 1:1:1. As per the partnership deed, Vineet is entitled to a commission of 10% of net profit after charging such commission. Okay, so here we get this word of after charging such commission. Vineet is getting a commission of 10% on the net profit after charging such commission. So do not take the net profit directly. Instead, you have to consider the net profit that you get after charging such commission. But how is that possible actually? When we don't know what is the commission amount is, how can we subtract commission from the net profit? So that is why mathematically they have derived the formula of net profit before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. All right. If you wanted to know the logic behind the formula, I'm very well interested to explain, but not in this video. All right. Right now, I'm going to take it as a formula and do it. Now, Vinith's commission is calculated as 10% on net profit after charging such commission. Net profit before commission is 2,20,000. Now, Vinith's commission equals net profit before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. So I am doing the first one. In the notes which I showed you, I did point 1 and point 2. This is point 1 method. Alright. Now, net profit is given as 2,20,000. Rate is given as 10 by 100 plus 10. So that means 2,20,000 into 10 by 110. Alright. So 20,000. So Vinith commission is 20,000 rupees. Right? Hope you understood. Then you can pass the journal entry just like I did for the previous one. Okay. And even here they are not asking us to find the divisible profit. So we are least concerned about the profit sharing ratio. Right. Let's go to the next question now. 33. A, B, C are partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 4:3:2:1. It earned a net profit of 1,80,000. As per the partnership deed, they are to charge a commission of 20% of the profit after charging such commission, which they will share in the ratio of 2:3:2:3. Alright, so there are two set of ratios here. First ratio is for profit sharing. 4:3:2:1 is the profit sharing ratio. The second ratio is a ratio in which they divide the commission among themselves. So it is not like one particular partner getting commission, like it was there in the case 31st question and 32nd question, where Shiva was getting commission, and in the next one Vinith was getting commission. Over here, everyone is getting commission as a fixed percentage on net profit after charging such commission. So once you get the commission figure, you have to distribute that in the ratio of 2:3:2:3. Let's find the commission amount here. So 33rd question, amount of commission. That's net profit before commission into rate by 100 plus rate. Net profit given as 1,80,000. Rate is 20 and 100 plus 20. So it's 1,80,000 into 20 by 120. Right? 1,80,000 into 20 by 120. So if you do that 6 times. So commission amount is 30,000. So total amount of commission is 30,000, and they made an agreement of distributing the commission in the ratio of 2:3:2:3. So A will get a commission of, so A's commission will be 30,000 into 2 divided by 5. B's commission will be 30,000 into 3 divided by 5. Likewise, C's commission will be 30,000 into 2 divided by 5. D's commission will be 30,000 into 3 divided by 5. Again, I am repeating, the ratio is 2:3:2:3. So we get, so what is the amount that we get here? 5 Right. Okay, so it's not 2 by 5, it's 2 by 10. All right, because 2 is to 3 is to 2 is to 3, total is 10. All right, so 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 2 by 10, and 3 by 10. So once I cancel a 0, it will be 6,000 over here. 6,000, 9,000, again 6,000 and 9,000. So this is the amount of commission that A, B, C, D will be receiving. The question doesn't stop there. The question asking us to show the appropriation of profit among the partner. So that means we need to know how to distribute the profit. All right. So let's roughly prepare the P&L appropriation account. Roughly, because I didn't write P&L appropriation account as on the year ended and so on. All right. So you have to write all that by net profit. What is the net profit? Net profit is 1,80,000. Commission in total that we pay is 30,000. Isn't it? We don't have to record the individual commissions. That we can put it in the capital account. Commission in total is 30. So the remaining amount is the divisible profit. So what is the divisible profit? Profit transferred to capital account of A's capital and so on. B's capital, C's capital and D's capital. Alright, the total amount will be 1,80,000 minus 50, 1 lakh minus 30, 1,50,000. So 1,80,000 and 1,80,000. And individually what do they get? Distribute 1,50,000 in the ratio of 4:3:2:1, where that's the profit sharing ratio. So A will get 1,50,000 into 4 by 10. So that's 60,000. B will get 1,50,000 into 3 by 10, 45,000. C will get 1,50,000 into 2 by 10, 30,000. And D will get 1,50,000 into 1 by 10, 15,000. Totals to 1,50,000, isn't it? So this is how the profit is distributed here. Previous two questions, they didn't ask for the distribution of profit. Here they did it. Right. 34. The last question in salary and commission. X, Y are partners in a firm. X is entitled to a salary of 10,000 per month. Commission of 10% of the net profit after partner salary but before charging commission. Alright, so X is getting a salary of 10,000 rupees per month and a commission of 10% on the net profit after salary but before commission. So that means debit the salary, don't debit the commission. Consider the net profit after salary but before commission. Whereas Y is entitled to get a salary of 25,000 per annum and a commission of 10% of net profit after charging all commission and partner salary. Net profit for the year ended is 4,20,000. Show the distribution of profit. Fine. Did they give you the profit sharing ratio to distribute the profit? No, that was not said. So whenever the question is silent in regard to the profit sharing ratio, we distribute the profit sharing ratio always equally. We distribute profits equally. So we distribute it is in the 1:1 ratio. Alright. So first point to be noted. Now Let's prepare the P&L appropriation account. Simultaneously, we can do the working notes also. All right. So 34th question, P&L appropriation account. Because of the limitation in space, I'm not writing everything in full form, but you have to do all that. Right. So this is the debit side and this is the credit side. Okay. Now, particulars, amount, particulars, amount, and amount. What is the net profit? By profit transferred from profit and loss account or net profit is 4,20,000. Then 2, who is getting a salary first? X is getting a salary. X salary is 10,000 rupees per month. So that means 1,20,000 in total. X salary is 1,20,000. Y is also getting a salary here of 25,000 per annum. So Y's salary 25,000 in total. Then it says X is getting a commission of 10% on the net profit after salary but before commission. Okay, so that means I need to prepare a working note for that. Working note number 1. X commission. X commission will be on the net profit after salary but before commission. So what is that net profit figure now? 4,20,000 is the net profit minus 1,20,000 plus 25,000. 1,20,000 and 25,000. This will be the net profit before commission but after salary. So you find this figure as 2,75,000. 2,75,000, and that into rate by 100. Rate is 10, so 10 by 100. So amount of commission is 27,500 for X. So let's put X commission now. So X commission is 27,500. Now Y's commission is on the net profit after all the commission and salary. After all the commission, we have just posted X commission. We haven't posted Y's commission. That's what we are about to find. But whenever they say after, we have a formula for that. R by 100 plus R, isn't it? So let's go for working note number 2. Y's commission. This will be on the net profit after all the commission and salary. So that means 4,20,000 minus 1,20,000 salary of X minus 25 salary of Y minus commission of X, which is 27,500. So whatever the amount that we get from this, on that we will calculate Y's commission. So the amount as a result of this is 2,47,500. And then it's after Y's commission also. So the formula is 10 by 100 plus 10. So that means 2,47,500 into 10 by 110. The answer for this is 22,500. 22,500. So therefore 2 Y's commission is 22,500. That's it. We don't have anything other than that. There can be IUC, there can be IOD, but there is no such things here. Now let's start balancing the P&L appropriation account. 4,20,000, and here you find the profit to be transferred to XY's capital account. The net profit is 2,25,000. 4,20,000 minus all this. And this we will distribute in the profit sharing ratio, which I said in the beginning, 1:1, right? So distribute 2,25,000 in the ratio of 1:1. So 1,15,000, what is it? 1,12,500, yes. 1,12,500 for X, 1,12,500 for Y. And that's it. We're done with P&L appropriation. Hope you understood this. If there is any doubt, you can put it in the comment box. I'll try to answer. Thank you.